So instant gratification, that's what we're all looking for with Instagram. So we just want to start off with a quick quote. Urban Dictionary defines Instagram as every hipster's favorite way to make it look like they take really classy pictures when really they're still using their phones. So whether or not you are a hipster, hopefully you'll get a few tips today to apply to your own accounts, whether you are using your phones or you've got a professional photographer that's shooting for you. So we're going to take a look at some basics, what I've called Insta Insights, look at some next level content and some new tools that Instagram has rolled out over the past year that can be applicable to your own accounts, and then a few takeaways. So starting off with insights, we're going to look at why Instagram, who's on Instagram, what makes a good post, and then some examples of things that we've done with our account, and then some fun things that you guys have done out there as well. So why Instagram? I came across this quote that is from the world of collegiate athletics, but I think is applicable to everybody in this room. Twitter gets you on the news, and while most potential recruits are active on Twitter, every potential recruit is active on Instagram. So while you're not recruiting college football players, I think you can kind of look at it that way and push content that is attractive to your recruits, which would be your swimmers, their friends, potential new members of your club. So college athletic departments in particular are spending a ton of money on social and pushing a lot of that content to Instagram. Examples here from Clemson and Ohio State. They met in the Fiesta Bowl, and ahead of that game, Sports Illustrated did a really interesting story. I'd recommend checking it out about how they're utilizing social media to promote their programs, primarily to recruits. And as you can see here, there are two different posts, but one promoting the pro day, one promoting Ohio State players who are in the NFL, both with the aim of attracting high school football players to their programs. So who's on Instagram? We've talked about this a lot. Quite simply, young people, but I think it is kind of skewing a little older as well. I think it's becoming certainly more mainstream. But this is a breakdown from our account at USA Swimming. As you can see, our largest age group is 18 to 24. Relatively even split gender-wise, 55% female, 45% male. But just one thing you can see is just the sheer growth. Over the past 3 years, we've had it's kind of hard to even say, but over a 3,000 plus % increase in our followers. Obviously, we saw a huge jump this past summer during the Olympics, but it's been very steady. And then, as you can see, 600 million active users, 95 million photos shared a day, a significant jump just over the past year, and then 4.2 billion likes. So what makes a good post? Obviously, Beyonce's pregnancy announcement was a good post. That's the most liked photo ever on Instagram, 11 million likes. Essentially, that'd be like everyone in the state of Ohio liking a post. So while obviously no one in this room is going to get 11 million likes on anything they post, but I think we can all find varying degrees of success, kind of following these tips maybe. So bold, clean visuals, something that's celebratory, inspirational, letting the image speak for itself, and then just minimal text. So looking at USA Swimming, again, we had a huge growth over the past 3 years, a very large jump last summer. Our growth has slowed, which is to be expected, but I think we're just trying to carry that momentum through our posts currently by doing lots of varied things, different types of photos, different types of video, different images, just mixing it up. The one on your left, that's our most liked photo ever. Just a team photo from the last night of the Olympics. And these are some other ones that have performed well for us, just thanking Rio, and then kind of a mashup of a photo of Katie Ledecky when she met Michael Phelps when she was 9, and then we kind of recreated that in Rio. So just some fun things and ways we were able to take advantage of the eyeballs that were on us at that time. Other things that have worked well for us, Monday Motivation does really well, just a catchy quote that kind of motivates, hopefully, our members with a great photo. The Halloween post, things that, celebrating holidays, cultural calendar happenings, things along those lines, and then doing a little more of a graphic with when someone like Katie breaks a world record. So just, again, just kind of varying the content and mixing it up so that people pay attention to what you're doing so that they're not expecting just the same thing over and over again. And here are a couple of videos that I wanted to show that performed well for us. This first one is a slow-mo backstroke start of my Dorado from the Olympic Training Center. And again, that's slow-mo that everybody has on their iPhone. We're fortunate to have a national team high-performance staff that is very tech-savvy, and if they catch something really cool during a workout, they're happy to share that with us for us to push out as well. And then conversely, this is a hyperlapse that we did, just kind of taking the follower behind the scenes as our team ahead of the Olympics last summer transitioned from San Antonio to Atlanta. And I just hopped off the plane ahead of everybody else and just recorded that, and that did well for us. So that's something you guys could do. You're certainly not flying a charter plane to your meets, but I think you could do lots of different things along these lines that could apply to what you guys are doing as well. And then there's a lot of great content that you guys are already pushing out. I really enjoyed the Magnolia Kickboard Challenge. I thought that was a cool photo, fun, and just kind of challenging other clubs and swimmers to do the same. Some good examples of just kind of showing the focus of swimmers ahead of their competition. And then lots of smiles here. Saw lots of smiles across your account, which is great, or your accounts. Just showing the fun that your swimmers are having, and so that your swimmers see that, and then their friends see that as well. And then I thought this was a great graphic from our award winner last night, Marietta Marlins, just tying in the age group swimmers with the Olympians during that Olympic period, and then Southeastern with a fun March Madness tied in post with video of their team playing water basketball. So a good way to just kind of show some fun things that are tied into a topical post. All right, we'll take a look at some next level things that you guys can do. Ways to increase your reach, ways you can use the apps that are kind of within Instagram, and then a couple of things that have worked well for us, Flipagram slideshows and account takeovers. So these are pretty basic things here that you may not do with every post, but I would recommend doing, including a location, tagging other accounts that are relevant to the post, and then using multiple hashtags. Just ways to increase reach, increase ways that people may come across your posts, ways that people can interact with them. Hashtags I'd be careful about. Some people you see will do a post where they have 20, 25 hashtags. I think that's overkill. But you could easily just tag your city, and then depending on the post, those are some examples there of things that might work. And then I would just recommend posting consistently. You want to keep your posts in your followers' news feed. There's a lot of things out there. What's too little? What's not enough? For a lot of clubs, I would say maybe 5 to 7 posts a week would be great, but I think you'll find your sweet spot over time. So within Instagram, there's some apps that you guys may or may not have used. One being Boomerang, which is the video there on the left. It works really well on starts. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the timing down, but essentially that just creates a GIF. It takes a series of photos that creates a digital file that's fun. And then layout, that's a way just to combine multiple photos into one post, so you're not over posting if you've got several good shots. So when Katie Ledecky threw out a first pitch at a Nationals game, we were able to just combine a few photos into one and get a good post there. So as you can see there on the right, that's the Boomerang icon on the left, and then the layout beside that. So when you go to post a photo, that's where you can choose those options. Can we roll the video one more time? Okay. Flipagram slideshows. So those of you who've been here before know we're a big fan of these. I just think it's a great way to really professionally and easily put together a slideshow, particularly of a meet. Anytime you've got a bunch of photos that go well together, you can add music to it all from your phone. Very easy to do.
We are a different kind. We can do anything. We could
So that was from our Pro Sim Series meet in Indianapolis recently. And this was one that we did kind of to cross promote a video, a Michael Phelps video that was living on our website. We just took a look back at his memorable 2016.
I'm having a record year. Quarter notes and Hank's half time. A pounding on is a heart of mine. Song to song, I pass my time. These speakers on 10. You're good and gone, keeps me up all night long.
All right, and as you can see, you can do, within the app, you can size it differently. You can do horizontal, or you can do the square post, which fits right into Instagram. The horizontal you could use on multiple platforms. Account takeovers are things that we've done before, but I think we did a really nice one a couple weeks ago with Kelsey Worrell when she was at the Olympic Training Center. We just kind of gave her the keys to our account for a day. She had lots of engaging posts that performed really well. As you can see there, just icing up after practice. People love to see what the athletes eat at the training center. So again, just kind of putting the athlete first, taking the follower behind the scenes, always works really well. And that's something you guys could do with one of your athletes or coaches on your own accounts. One of the things we did was we made it interactive kind of for the first time. We put out a call for questions and then had Kelsey respond to a handful of those and posted those on our account. They didn't get the sheer number of likes or impressions that some of the other posts she did received, but it was a good way to create a two-way dialogue with our followers.
Hey guys, it's Kelsey here. Thanks Elise for your question. I deal with anxiety before meets by just reminding myself of how hard I've worked that year and knowing that I have a lot of people supporting me. I have a great team and I just know that we've worked really hard together, so I remind myself of everything we've done. That gives me a lot of confidence.
All right, so now we'll take a peek at some new tools that Instagram has launched within the past year, primarily being the business profile, Instagram stories, the ability to share live video, and then multiple photos and videos within the same post, just kind of creating a gallery. The business profile launched last summer, and just in taking a peek, I know a lot of clubs already have this, but if you don't, I would certainly recommend it. The other NGBs as well. It's free to transition from just a normal account to a business account. And that allows you to include contact info, so phone, email, directions to your facility. You get real-time analytics for each post, each normal post, and then also each post to an Instagram story if you're doing that. I think that's the biggest benefit. You can see what's performing well, what's not doing as well. Since we switched to the business profile, we actually got rid of an analytics service that we were using for our Instagram account just because what's provided was robust enough for us to meet our needs. And again, you can gain insight into your followers like we shared before. It'll show you breakdown by gender, age, what cities most of your followers come from, et cetera. And then also with a business profile, you have the ability to do promoted posts, which are essentially ads, using the same tools as Facebook. So you have to have a business account to be able to do the ads. Instagram Stories is probably the biggest change or the biggest development to Instagram. It most obviously is a competitor to Snapchat. It's not. I don't think it's quite as goofy as Snapchat is. But again, it's a great way to share multiple photos and videos that are in a slideshow format. They disappear after 24 hours. You can share as much as you want. It's great for live events, without just over posting. And again, they disappear in 24 hours. Here's one that we did from a story at Pro Sim Series meet. And then across the top there, you can see if you're in your Instagram account and you're looking at your feed, you can see who has recent updates to their stories. So if you were creating a story and posting to it, your followers will see that icon at the top of their feed. They can click on it. It'll come up, and then they can shuffle through the images and videos that you're sharing. This is just some of the things you can do within stories. Again, similar to Snapchat, you can add a location sticker. You can type text on it. You can use your finger kind of as a pin. Place emojis on there like the boat. in the pool at the training centers. So just all kind of things along those lines. And again, with this, there's no need to have or to stress about having the perfect photo. It's fun content, things you can try. You'll see what works and what doesn't. And it's, again, just another way Instagram has really kind of stepped it up and kind of become almost an all-encompassing social media tool. Within Stories, you now have the ability to go live, much like you can on Facebook. The live video lives within your story. It's only shown live, so it is not saved. So if you're, hey, let's taking a live look at a practice, and you're walking around on deck showing the kids in the water, that will only be shown when it's live. It will not save to your story, but you can save it to your device to use down the road and on another platform. And your followers will be notified when you're live, depending on how they have their depending on how they have their notifications configured. Either they would get like a badge pop up, like the image there in the middle, telling us Tom Shields was live, or across the top of your feed, you'll see the little red box that says live that indicates that you have a live video going. So again, lots of fun possibilities there. The final kind of new development is the ability to post multiple photos and videos within one post. So essentially kind of gives you the ability to create a photo gallery. Again, a great way to share multiple photos from an event without overloading your account. You can see there the red arrow points to the blue dot and then the gray dots beside it. That would indicate to your followers that there are multiple photos, then they can swipe through them. So the photos change, but the text at the bottom stays the same. And again, on the right-hand side, you'll see when you go to post within Instagram, select multiple. You can just choose the photos that you want to post, and then the number of a number will pop up for the way that they're ordered. And you can do up to 10. So that's kind of it as far as what I had planned. But hopefully some takeaways. Bold, clean visuals work well. I do recommend using a professional on occasion just to build some stock, just so you have those kind of at the ready. There's ways you can find photographers within your town. If there's a college that has a photography major, maybe there's a student that would be willing to work for free just to get some experience, or parents who are photographers, anything along those lines. Again, varying your content, which is what we aim to do. Different types of photos, videos, and graphics, just so that people don't come to expect the same thing from your account over and over again. Would definitely recommend trying out the new tools. There's lots of fun stuff there, and then posting consistently. Again, 5 to 7 times a week maybe, but I think you'll find what works for you over time.